What's up, guys? Tyler with Novak Motorcars here. Today we're going to go over just kind of the struggles of how it is to buy cars from auctions as a dealer and kind of what we deal with. This is just a simple little video. We're just going to go over this ISF and just show you what they sent us for the condition report and what's actually here when it shows up. So let's get into it. To start off, they gave this thing a 4.5 out of 5 on the CR. Manheim, everybody knows that. This is something that like every dealer probably deals with across the country on a normal basis, but this is something from like the largest wholesaler in the country that we buy. So that's where we got this car. Not gonna say any names for obvious reasons, but like it's just not what it was described to us as far as that goes, and we can't arbitrate it. They're not gonna do nothing about it, etc. Some of the stuff they go over with, but like they miss things like this dent. The sunroof doesn't work, which isn't in the CR. The screen, the touchscreen doesn't work. The HVAC controls don't work on the touchscreen either, so you have to use the manual auto button to even get it to remotely work. This headlight's been replaced. This one's still faded. That's on here as far as the fade goes. It's just rough. The tires are all shot. What else? And we kind of went through this thing already, but I think ride's rough because it's on some sort of coilover that I haven't figured out yet either. Interior's not bad. I gotta say, the interior is pretty good. But it's just things like the roof scratches that are all up here. Now we have tape residue we have to get off. That's gonna be a pain because the transporter that brought it to us taped the sunroof off because it's not closing. Also not in the condition report. The exhaust tips on the rear, one of them's missing, not in the condition report. Those exhaust tips are $400 on eBay. You can only buy them in pairs. So you can only buy, you know, obviously the right and the left. Unless somebody has one out there that they'll sell me for the right. Missing the tow hook cover, also not on there. The reason I'm kind of doing this video anyway, I used to work for Manheim and I was a condition reporter and I was a lot more picky. This is not a 4.5 or even remotely close to a 4.5 CR. This is like, my God, it's gotta be like a 2.1 or something. It's a lot rougher than we anticipated, but we were going off their word. I'm sure every dealer out there deals with this kind of stuff. Dent scratches on the quarter panel, not on the CR. We can take a look at this too. We'll show photos of it in a second, but it's just stuff like that. It's tough. The fender liner's missing. It's not what we were, you know, advertised basically. And then we get this car. We can't arbitrate it for any of this stuff because it's all cosmetic. And well, you know, fighting with Manheim is just, you know, it's a never-ending battle anyways. This is just kind of the normal stuff that we deal with on a daily basis. Now, don't get me wrong, we're fixing all this stuff. It's gonna look really, really good once we put it up for sale. So it's not gonna be in the same condition. We're gonna put new tires on it, etc., etc., etc. So to get the sunroof fixed, we'll fix the touch screen. Luckily, this dash and everything's already been replaced, which is a common problem on these. They got to get sticky. So the dash, the door panels, all that stuff were replaced under the crazy extended warranty that Lexus gave these cars. So that stuff's all good. People that know ISFs will know that too. So that's really the basics of it. We're gonna kind of go into showing you guys on some of the costs of this stuff to fix. Touchscreen's not that expensive. The exhaust tips are. Tires are kind of expensive, but that's also noted on here that the tires are worn. So I give them that. Every single wheel's curb rash, which is also on here, but it just sucks because the curb rash is pretty rough. That's something we'll probably end up having fixed too, just for our own, you know, reputation to stay high. That's basically it. I mean, for the most part, these auctions, man, just aren't honest. They're just, some of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. These freaking condition reports on these cars from the largest wholesaler in the country are inflated, in my opinion. This isn't the first one. It ain't gonna be the last, I'm sure. So now it's our first time making the video about it. It's just one of those things. You can see here, I mean, aftermarket exhaust, aftermarket suspension, not a big deal. Stuff like that that's already posted up, cool. Left front seat worn, right front seat worn. Shows an interior curb rash on the wheels. Put that on there. Rear bumper previous repair, front bumper previous repair. That's on there and it's true. Windshield de-identify, which I think there was probably a windshield sticker on it, but it has a 4.5. It's kind of cut off, but it's definitely a 4.5. It's not a 4.5 with 12 condition details. No way. Like I said, I used to do this stuff for a living, so. And there is an odor inside too. I don't know why they didn't put that in there. There is an odor inside. It just kind of sucks. Now we're having to invest more money in it, which obviously cuts our profits down, which helps us stay alive here. So one of those things. We'll go over some stuff on the computer and kind of show you guys what it takes to fix these things, just to get a better understanding. This is only one of the cars too. You know, we deal with this stuff all the time. We try to just make them as best as we can before we put them up for sale, and then we're selling a quality product to that point that we know we can stand behind. Another dent. God, yeah, just come over here. There's another dent. Just now seeing it. The fender is like creased in really bad right here. And it's, yeah, now we're gonna get a PDR guy out here too to fix the little dings and dents too. So one of those things, man. Just wish they were a little bit more honest or back their products, you know, and whatnot. So, and then of course, you know, we sell it like that, final whatever, but I don't want to sell it like that. It's a nice car. It's only got 60,000 miles. So we want to make it look as nice as we can. See how bad this residue was? Like tape. The transporter, I guess he used like packing tape. He had this big sheet covering the whole thing because the sunroof was stuck open. Also, not in the CR. I would have gave this car like a 2 personally. all the damages and whatnot, it'd have been like a 2. But I don't know if Manheim's changed their condition report qualities or whatever you want to say. I don't even know the word for it since I left, but that was years ago. It was 8 years ago. Maybe it's a little different now and they read higher. I think these are inflated personally. We'll go to the computer. And you see here the exhaust tips alone. They go into the bumper. They're just more of like a bumper trim basically. Here's one that's $234. That's the right side we need. So we'll probably end up buying this one just so it looks better. But these are the other side right here. If you buy them in pairs, they're $400, $450, $430. These aren't really exhaust tips, stuff like that. The screens, they're not that expensive. They're like $25. It's just labor intensive. You got to tear apart the thing. You got to cut the sealant off. It breaks the glass. Glass goes everywhere kind of thing. It's more of an annoyance than anything. The sunroof, I don't know what's really entailed in that yet. I haven't really looked at it, but it's basically hitting a stop and it won't close all the way. It's just one of those super things, but the tracks themselves are clear, so hopefully we can get that fixed too. This is a brand new LCD touchscreen. It's $300, but they do just sell the touchpad part. I can't remember what the exact name of it is, but this is a plug and play. It's $300, but we need to fix that because you can't change anything. You know, tires that was on there. Those are gonna be probably $1,000, $1,200 to replace those for the correct sizes because all those sizes are wrong. There's a lot that goes into it. You know, we paid a premium price for what we thought was a premium car, and it's not. So we're gonna have to put a bunch of money into it and time and labor. Probably be like a couple weeks before we can put it up for sale too, which also hurts us. You know, we like to get these things in and out and just rotate them. We pay the money to try to get quality stuff, and sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I'm sure every dealer that will watch this will also understand the same struggles and has been through the same thing. Not saying it's just us, it's everybody in a whole. So that's basically it. It's just, there's a few more things on here. I'm not going to go over super crazy prices, but it's a couple grand worth of stuff that we're going to have to fix on this car before we can even put it up for sale. You know, hope somebody can comes in and buys it, is happy with it after we're done with it. I don't see why you want it. It's a V8 rear-wheel drive Lexus. I mean, they're cool. So, but that's basically it. We might do more videos on stuff like this, just kind of showing, like, I guess the BS side of things, being like a used car dealer. I'm sure new car dealers deal with the same thing too, so not downplaying anybody. It just kind of sucks that somebody with such a big name is not really standing behind their stuff, or is like inflating their CRs and other things. I've seen videos about this same thing before, so it's not just us. I know that for a fact. But I'm out of here. Y'all have a good day. You know, call us if you need anything. Hit us up on Facebook or check out the website, novakmotorcars.com. And hopefully we can help you guys out, find your dream car and whatnot. So, thanks, guys.